Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm back. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for coming back to uh, watch my videos. I really want to be making more videos. I really hope you can appreciate my time coming back and making them. Anyways, let's get on with it. Today's video, I want to talk about how we can show appreciation for community on YouTube. I think there's so much competitive energy. People just need to slow down a little bit and just be a little more thankful. I myself, I know there's good causes and benefits out there. Um, I love being able to voice opinion on YouTube and to be able to share uh, information on YouTube. I will definitely tell you that it's fine to be competitive, you know. But when you get too unnecessary with hate, that's when, um, you know, there's a difference between not liking someone and then full out, creating hate towards certain people on YouTube. You know, I know YouTube doesn't necessarily filter cuss words. It does, however, though, have some channels that are for viewers of 18 and under. Anyways, I want to say thanks to my subscribers, and also um, I want to be able to put out more content that people really want. You can always talk to me, send me some messages. At the same time, I'm going to be here on YouTube, and I'm going to be pushing some topics I love. And YouTube's been with me for so long. I love watching videos and learning stuff. I myself, I'm a single guy. I want to learn just as much and just as badly as everybody else. You know, and I think that you got to move away from thinking that you won't get along with certain people. Uh, you can get along with uh, lots of people if you try. Um, a lot of I do a podcast on Anchor. If anyone's ever heard of Anchor, I got a podcast. I've been doing pretty well on Anchor. I'll tell you that Anchor is a great place to be making a podcast. I'll tell you that when you want to be putting your voice out there, you know, study stuff first. People who have the information can really be able to put forth good arguments. One thing I see on YouTube a lot of the time, there's a lot of smart people on YouTube, for sure. I'll tell you what I see on YouTube a lot, though. A lot of people on YouTube, they don't necessarily find the truth. They just kind of just go with the flow of society, or there's people out there who they don't understand how sometimes when you form ideas or you form ways to be able to adapt in situations, like, for example, let's say you want to join a soccer team, or let's say, for example, you want to go join a baseball team or whatever. Maybe it's like a crafts or gymnastics or art, right? Maybe you want to be a musician, whatever it is. I'm here to support you. I'm here to give influence and be a positive influencer. One thing about PewDiePie, our beloved hierarchy, you know, PewDiePie, like I don't necessarily want to be somebody who's thinking I don't like PewDiePie, but his content is very offensive. Like PewDiePie's content really bothers me. I think half the time it's such a joke. Like it's like how you're teaching young men how to be more immature and how to act out in ways that are more ridiculous. It's like, well, PewDiePie, with your 97 million subscribers and counting every second, Yes, I did watch PewDiePie's video on how he's counting, but anyways, it's like the guy's message is so ridiculous, and it's like, how does he feel good sometimes when he's talking about people who are on Dr. Phil and making fun of people on Dr. Phil? It's like, well, you know what, PewDiePie, these people actually had problems. Okay, Dr. Phil was actually trying to intervene and solve problems that people actually had. It's like, oh man, PewDiePie, like I don't think that's very forward moving. I don't think that's very, humanitarian. It's like, why do you go out and decide to, attack people who actually need help? That's how I see it. I think that there's a lot of issues that become worse because PewDiePie, he makes people more ridiculous. We need more maturity. We need more understanding. We need less shenanigans, less childlike stars to look up to. And let me tell you, PewDiePie's got a lot of people who look up to him, but at the same time, it's like, eventually 9-year-old kids, 10-year-old kids have to turn their lives around and learn at some point. And I just can't find PewDiePie's message to be anything other than a lot of ridiculous stuff. Like, I've seen one video, and I've watched a lot of PewDiePie's videos that I really liked, and it was a good message and it stood for something. And it's like, the guy's got so much attention. Do more humanitarian efforts. Here's something I can't stand: when people are so famous, they really just don't understand that you're so famous. Like, people look up to you and want to listen to you and hear what you have to say. It's just like, well, then why don't you then start to use your voice to give powerful, meaningful, good information? Teach people. That's what I understand. Like, people in power don't want to teach anyone. They just want to, people in power want to chop and lower everybody down. Even Trump was chopping Hillary, chopping everybody down. It's like, people need to start talking more about what's good. Sometimes drama sells. I get it. I really do. Here's some information for you, though. What really does work? Okay? Being supportive of one another. Having support, being able to inform people, whether they're PewDiePie's followers or not, more information and less entertainment. Like, we have a world that's just like infinite entertainment, and it's always going on. And I believe that too many Americans and too many, I'll say North Americans, Canadians too, are obsessed with entertainment. And the entertainment that we're obsessed with is not on the best of our behalfs or interests to be growing humanity. Sure, I like to watch the next America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent as the next guy. Or, I used to love to watch American Idol, and I still sometimes watch American Idol when I'm on Facebook. You know, here's the thing though, it's like, is that really productive for young kids? No, we got to get kids learning at a younger age. Like, we're losing to China, okay? Trump, he's like, China, China, China. China, they're smarter over there. The kids go to school longer over there. Like, that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like, why are we doing stuff that doesn't help when there's obviously things that we can do that are going to help us get smarter, better educated, have better choices in diet, have better information to be utilized for our own benefits. I feel like as genius as we can be, we're not focused on really advancement and getting to the hardcore, nitty gritty science of things. There's so much that people could really be more aware of, and technology is a big asset, and people take their phones for granted. You know what I love to do on my phone? I love to read and research. There's articles from the 80s, from the 70s, the 60s, from the 90s, from 2000s. You can read articles. You can learn more. Like what I do, I learn about food. I learn about nutrition. I learn different angles. I'm a truth seeker. That's me. All right. I also love to research. Researching is a passion of mine. Research. Learn. Too many people have a mindset, and I was one of these people, okay? I was a person who would go to school and who would think, well, this is easy. All I got to do is go to school, learn what school is going to teach me. That's a breeze. Do I need to learn any more? Do I need to learn any less? I just learn what the school is teaching me, and I'm okay. Little did I know, it took me many years to realize, well, even after high school, how are you moving forward? How are you looking for new ways to improve yourself for the future? How are you looking for ways to advance? There's just ways where you're never going to advance. You're never going to improve for the future. Okay? That's just the fact. That's just how it is. Some people, they just don't realize if you want to move forward and be someone who really progresses for the betterment of their own life, you have to take the course of action. So many people are just satisfied with the same old, same old. I'm not a person who's satisfied with the same old, same old. I can be, but it's really not good to be satisfied with a constant ease with everything. If you think that people who aren't hungry for success and hungry for a win and hungry for having something better in their lives, maybe you're chasing a new car, a new home, you got to have goals. You got to be hungry. You got to have some hustle. This is what's important. There's so many kids that, they don't have, I'm not saying they're single mothered kids or they're single fathered kids, but there's people who maybe they just, they don't have good influences in their life. And this is why I'm here. I'm here to be a good influence and help boost your life so you can therefore then make better decisions on your behalf and teach other people how to make better decisions on their behalf too. It's like people don't love to question stuff. People sometimes are just like, you know what, I'm a B, what I'm a B, this is what it is, this is what it's going to go down to be. Some people, they don't do something until it's like, okay, well, it's too late. Yeah, you should have never picked up a cigarette. You should have quit smoking cigarettes 5 years ago. And yet, 5 years later, now you have cancer and you didn't quit. And someone's missing you at home because you didn't quit. Here's the thing. I get it. Sometimes life's fun. Life's a bit of a joke. PewDiePie, I don't take him too seriously because, his messages are really joking. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Sometimes you need to teach young people how to get older, how to grow up. You got to teach young people how to start becoming one on their own. Not everyone's got a father figure, or I'll say any figure of good influence in their life. So I'm here to be a good influence. You can share this video with someone who you think might need a good influence. How to get better. How to research. Go get a phone. I'll tell you this: having access to the internet is one of the greatest assets of the 21st century, ever. Like, I don't think anything is better than having access to the internet and a phone. Being able to, you can phone for, if you need police, you can phone for help. You can phone for, like, information that can help you. When you call a certain, let's say a doctor, okay? You need to make appointments. Having a cell phone is so useful. You just pick it up, make the call, set an appointment. You can become so practical. The world is revolving around technology as we know it. But there's still some people, it's like, they need to understand better that, okay, we learn together and we learn quickly, but at the same time, we want to be somebody who's also being able to adapt in ways where we can have more access to things that really benefit us, and the internet's a great one. Being able to, like I said, research, so important. But really, let me emphasize this, because you kids out there, when you're curious, instead of playing Fortnite for 5 hours a day, or I don't know, maybe 1 hour a day, even that, go research something, right? Less entertainment, more learning. The more you learn, the more you earn. Who knows who Warren Buffett is? I know who Warren Buffett is. I've watched a lot of YouTube. I'm really a massive YouTube fan, and I'm going to be a big YouTube personality one day. I feel it. I'll tell you this. There's a time for entertainment and there's a time for learning. And I'll tell you this, though. When you're going to be someone who can then understand learning has more value than entertainment, you're on your way already to a better future. There's some people, they don't have the ability to be like, I don't have a phone, I can't look it up. You're going to go ask somebody, right? People are narrow-minded. People have views. A lot of people, they want to force their views on you, or they don't question things themselves. It's like, I question what you're trying to tell me, right? At the same time, there is people who you can connect with now that can help you, start your online business. There's people who are doing that. It's a big thing on Facebook, using Facebook, using Instagram, even YouTube, Ty Lopez ads, right? Start a business, find ways to make money. Be more eager to be advanced. And you got to teach these kids even at a younger age, learn how to code like Zuckerberg. Learn how to code like, who was that guy? I believe it was even Bill Gates was coding at a young age. And even the guy who made the Snapchat app is a billionaire, and he coded Snapchat. You could be the next person to code the next big app. Think about it. I'm out. Peace.